Hey, welcome to Life Point and welcome to Better Together. We're excited about this new series, excited about the next 6 weeks. And I just want to greet everybody who's in a Better Together group tonight or today, whatever time your group meets. But this is a 6-week series that we're going through, a 6-week small group. I want to encourage you, challenge you, kind of hold your feet to the fire in a sense of stick with it for the next 6 weeks. Make every effort you can to be in these groups for 6 weeks. You're going to get a lot out of it, and you're going to grow in an amazing, amazing way. I want to challenge you also, get to know each other. Don't just sit there, and I know maybe you're not as personable, but you know what? It's a small group. It's a great way to learn other people's names, get to know other people. We're going to grow together, because we're better together. Get that? So get to know each other. Take some time to remember names. Don't use the excuse, well, I'm not good with names. That's why you have a name tag on. So get to know each other. Also, pray for one another. I know you'll have an opportunity in your small group, in your Better Together group, to pray for one another tonight. But take time and pray for each other. Also, go a step further and share cell phone numbers. You might be saying, I don't want anybody to call me. Well, how do you get to know people if you don't start sharing your life together? And so share some cell phone numbers. And during this 6-week Better Together group, we are going to be planning, as each group is going to be planning a block party. This is something that's going to happen at the end, actually in October, but it's a block party that we're going to be planning. And so you're going to be talking about either doing the block party in the neighborhood that you're meeting in now, or maybe another neighborhood of somebody who's in your group. But let me give you a little heads up on what's going on with this block party, what's happening, because we want you to be thinking about it and really praying about it. Is the block parties are going to happen the weekend of Halloween. Some of you may be like, Halloween, I don't like Halloween. You know what? This is a great way to connect with our neighbors, because this is when the community is already out. And we are light in a dark place. We are salt to preserve rotting communities. That's who we are. We're salt and we're light. And so this is going to happen that weekend. It's a great time to do it. And so it's going to be either the 29th, the 30th, or the 31st. And so we've got bounce houses. We've actually purchased more bounce houses as a church. We've got lots of bounce houses. So we're going to have a great time. You're going to get to talking about all the details. But the thing you really got to start thinking about and talking about as a group is when and where. 29th, 30th, or 31st. And where are you going to do it? Is it going to be the neighborhood that you're in now, or someone else's in the group that's there tonight? But we're going to give you more details next week. So Luke chapter 10, verse 25 through 37 is the passage of Scripture that we're going to spend the next 6 weeks talking about. And this week I shared a message that I titled, It All Hangs on This. And Luke 10, 27, and Luke 10, verse 27 and 28, Jesus says that loving God and loving your neighbor go together. They go together like Batman and Robin, like peanut butter and jelly, like SpongeBob and Patrick. You get the point, right? Loving God and loving your neighbor as yourself go together. You can't separate the two. And but how do we gauge that? How do we know how to love our neighbors? And we're going to learn that together. The greatest commandment, here's my concern, is the greatest commandment, I believe, it has been reduced to a good suggestion. By most Christians, the greatest commandment has been reduced to a good suggestion. And I want to take this time in the next 6 weeks and move us out of that thinking of it's a good suggestion to this is the great commandment. This is what we are supposed to focus in on, loving God and loving our neighbors. Because our love for God is measured and it's matured by the love that we have for others. Your love for God is measured and matured by the love that you have for others. We're going to watch a video that I showed on Sunday of Marcus Gaines, and then your group leader, your group host, has some questions. I encourage you to participate, jump in there, ask questions, give comments, all of that. But thanks for coming out and being a part of Better Together. God bless.
Be ABC5's Anthony Ponce is in the newsroom with late information on this really disturbing case. Anthony?
Rob, as you'll see in this video, after Marcus Gaines is knocked unconscious, the only bystanders who pay any attention to him at all steal his wallet and phone. His family is now seeking damages from the 7-Eleven Corporation and the cab company, and also wants help from the public. 4:19 a.m. on February 7th, the surveillance camera captures 32-year-old Marcus Gaines getting knocked out right onto State Street outside a River North 7-Eleven. After thieves pickpocket him and a few others hover around him, the bystanders walk away, leaving Gaines unconscious in the street.
How can you just walk away? That angered me. That says a lot about us as humanity. Like, who are we as people?
And then Marcus Gaines is allowed to lay in the street for too long.
Less than a minute later, the 32-year-old bartender is killed when a cab runs him over just as police arrive.
For him to have his life cut short because of negligence was ridiculous.
Sometimes